Afternoon, everyone. I'm Mrs. Swart, and today I am going to do lesson 37 with you for English, fact and opinion. Now, fact and opinion is actually so simple, but if you don't know what the difference is, you might not get it right. So the most important thing for you today is to learn what the difference is so that you can identify it when you get there. It's really so important because we want to make sure that we get this right, that we don't get confused by it or anything like that. So let's have a look at what today's lesson holds for us. Most statements reflect either facts or opinions. So what is a fact? A fact is objective. Now, if something's objective, it means that I can state something without allowing my emotions to get involved. I say exactly what it is, and a fact is usually linked almost to things like literal language, where it says exactly what it's telling you. It's true. It's a statement that is true. It can be backed up with evidence. You can prove it. Sometimes the sentence will refer to research, and if it refers to research, then you will know it's a fact because there's some scientific proof. It could also have things like statistics, and if we have statistics, we have numbers, and the numbers tell us that it is true. There could be photographs that could be given as proof. So that would show us we might make a statement and we might have a photograph to back it up. And then we would say, there we have it. We can see it's true. For instance, something that we know to be a fact. The sun rises in the east. And you don't need the picture to tell you that because you know it from your social sciences. Things that are similar. We have looked at literal and figurative language. We have looked at connotative and we've looked at denotative language. So when we want to link them to each other, we look at things like fact is like the literal meaning. It tells you the truth. And it's also linked to the denotative, which is the dictionary meaning. Whereas opinion, emotion is involved, feelings are involved, and it's what you think. It's not necessarily exactly what the words tell you. And I want you to remember that because in the quiz, you're going to be asked to identify some sentences. It could be things like a statement made, and you have to tell us whether it's a fact or whether it's what someone thinks about it. So look carefully, make sure you know the difference. So opinion then is subjective. And when I think of subjective, I think of self. So if you think of your opinion is subjective, it's self. That's what I, and we shouldn't use redundancy like this, but I, myself, I think that. So it's emotional views. It's about how you feel about something. Remember, yeah, others may have a different opinion to you. In exams, we are usually asked about our viewpoint or what do you think? And that would mean that it would be something you would agree with or disagree with, and you would argue your case. So let's look at this statement. You might not agree with me. Shakespeare is the best poet ever. You must look at this statement, any statement, and you ask yourself, is there evidence to support this? Do I have proof? Is there evidence to support this as a fact? Or is this just what I think about his poetry? So saying he is the best poet ever, if there's no evidence, there's no research, no statistics, then it tells me that it's my opinion. Now, you might have seen I'm dressed a little bit warmer today. Today is a cold day. Now, if you have seen what the temperatures say today, if I put up a map with the temperatures for today, then I would be able to prove to you that is a fact because I would have the evidence to show you. But just because I'm dressed up all cozy and warm doesn't mean it is a cold day. It could be you'd look at me and you think, what's wrong with that person? She's dressed up in winter clothes and it's not cold today. So it could be opinion depending on whether or not I have evidence. So if I put this up and say, oh, it's cold today and I'm dressed all warmly, then it could be a fact. But if I don't have any evidence, it can't be seen as a fact. Then it would be my opinion. I might just be someone who gets cold easily. Fact or opinion? And I love this one. William Shakespeare, the man of the millennium. Now, if you look at that, just straightforward like that, you could be saying, oh, I agree, he's the best writer ever, definitely the man of the millennium. Or you'd say, that's definitely someone's opinion, because there's nothing yet to show that he's the man of the millennium. But what if I give you the evidence and I show you that this is the truth? Because in 1999, people in Britain chose Shakespeare as the man of the millennium, as the greatest Briton in 1,000 years. There's the evidence. It doesn't mean that you say he's the man of the millennium, but what we are saying is we can prove it because he was voted as the man of the millennium in 1999. There is evidence. So we have proof. We can show that this is true. So make sure that if you give a fact, that you have evidence. Now, is this fact or opinion? The sun rises in the east. Great. We've already said that's a fact because we can prove it. We can use scientific proof to show that this is really what happens. The next one. It is a beautiful day. Is that true? Is it fact? It's an opinion. It might be something that I think. If I say your best is good enough, is that fact or opinion? It is also an opinion. Dogs make better pets than cats. There's no scientific proof. If there were scientific proof, then we would be able to say, you see there, that proves they've done tests and they have shown through science, through research, that pets, when you look at your pets, you have dogs that are better pets than your cats. A dog is your best friend. Again, that would be opinion because that's what you think. And then this one's actually, I think opinion is also linked somewhat to bias. Chocolates are delicious. I love chocolate. So it's my opinion and I'm biased about it because I love chocolates, but that doesn't mean that it's a fact. The rain is so soothing. That is also an opinion because it isn't necessarily true. Maybe that's the way I experience the rain. I experience as a lovely, it's a lovely feeling I get from it. It makes me feel relaxed. It makes me feel comfortable, but someone else might not. So remember that often opinion is how you feel about something. It's about the emotions you link to something. Other people might see it differently. To me, rain might be soothing, and you might be horrified by rain. You might say, oh, I hate the rain because I rain wet and it's cold and it's miserable. So it's something that's definitely to do with emotion and how you feel. Now, remember that I told you you are going to have to do the quiz. And if I say have to, I'm actually asking you to do the quiz because practice makes perfect. And I want you to try the quiz. It's so exciting to see when you've done the quiz, how you have, whether you've understood or not. And I think it's really important for you to get the feedback on it. So I want you to go and complete this quiz. Do the best you can. You can either use the link or you can use the QR code. All the best with the quiz and enjoy your day. Thank you very much for today.